Hello, divine beings. Welcome to the weekend of 11/11 through 11/12. I'm Astrologer Sarah Ashley here with your weekend dose of Astro and Tarot. So, we're in for a whirlwind of a stabilizing weekend here because with this new moon in Scorpio that's going to occur on Sunday night into Monday morning, it's going to be really intense with that opposition to Uranus and Taurus. And don't forget, Uranus is the planet of sudden changes and liberation and freedom, where Scorpio is fixed water, about deep emotional changes. So even though this is a new moon, it could feel like a full moon because with a full moon, we let go of a lot, and a new moon, we're supposed to initiate and manifest. So what I recommend for you to manifest is peace during this full moon, and also things to go in flow and surrender, because there's just going to be a lot of changes that are going to occur. And that's why I'm saying it's going to feel more like a full moon, especially because we just had that eclipse at 5 degrees Taurus. So once again, we're at this Taurus and Scorpio access point, and it can feel very destabilizing. A lot of people are going to be running around with their chicken, like a chicken with their heads cut off. And we just really have to understand our own personal sovereignty and worth, and not get attached to all this kind of like garbage that's going on in the news media right now. So what's going to happen this weekend in general that we need to know about, and also in the coming new moon, which will happen officially on Monday morning. Okay, so like I said, we have Sun and Moon opposing Uranus and Taurus, making things seem sudden, making things seem abrasive and like unexpected. And then we do have Moon in Taurus, this Moon in Scorpio with a conjunction with Mars. So that means Mars in Scorpio is all about the snake attack, okay? And with this Mars opposing Uranus, I think things that have been planned for a long time are just going to all of a sudden come up. And I think it's like a very much a volcanic type of energy where there's just going to be sudden eruptions, but you have to understand, like, you know, even in like geophysics, right? Like these things have been brewing, these storms have been brewing for a long time. And when they actually happen, like these earthquakes, these volcanic eruptions could absolutely happen, you know, in the physical plane. You know, they're a long time coming. Maybe we can't see them. Maybe we can't discern them. Maybe we're not aware, but they've been brewing for a long time. Also, this moon, as it starts to go into its new moon phase, will oppose Jupiter. So it's really important for us to be aware of our own emotions and where we're giving away too much energy to people, because Jupiter and Taurus is all about value and the currency that you hold. So do not give your energy away for free. That's for sure. Lilith will also square Mercury this weekend and with this moon. So Lilith in Virgo squaring Mercury in Sagittarius. So I think people will be very anal retentive and saying things that are quite rude and bombastic and off the cuff. And with Chiron quincunx saying this moon as well, Chiron and Aries, which is very, very powerful energy with Aries and Scorpio quincunx, both ruled by Mars originally. You know, we have to be aware of how much our past wounds are making us emotionally overreact. So this new moon is so super potent this week. It's gonna be so super potent. Like I said in the last forecast, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of like accidents occurred, a lot of violence occurred. So watch your environment. Also with Pallas Athena and Libra squaring Pluto and Capricorn over the weekend too. You know, some people are going to be making terrible decisions because they're not thinking about the long-term consequences. They're going against their better judgment because of this, you know, it seems sudden, but it's not, this destabilization of our societal structures. So be very aware of that. And last but not least, Ceres, which represents the mother, is with this new moon. So we all really have to be aware of how we are treating ourselves. We really have to nurture ourselves through this new moon and not fall into fear, because that's what Scorpio is. The lowest vibration of Scorpio is fear, but the highest octave of Scorpio is passion and patience. Passion and patience. So let's stick with that. Okay, let me see what's going on in the tarot. And before I do pull tarot cards, I am still doing those love readings through 11/11. So if you catch this after 11/11, I'm sorry. Those mini love readings, you can either DM me or email me for those mini love readings for $44, and those are for the Venus and Libra cycle, but I'm only doing them through 11/11. And if you would like to receive a reading by me, full-length reading, go to sarahashleyAstrology.com. To become a subscriber of mine on Instagram, just simply hit the subscribe button. For $4.99 a month, you will receive 50% off of almost every reading except the New Year reading, which you will get $24 off of. You will get $22 off of all courses. You will receive weekly and monthly AstroTarot forecasts delivered to your inbox. And also we have a monthly Zoom meeting for subscribers only. And if you are in attendance, you get a mini reading for that month, personalized mini reading, which is awesome. And we do have a retreat coming up in Nashville in May, and you can get a big discount off of that if you were a subscriber. All right, let's see what's going on this weekend with this new moon in Scorpio coming. All right, let's see. Okay. Oh, that flew. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. This is telling us that we really have to fall into our creativity instead of our fear zone, okay? Think about what's stable in your life and stick with that instead of what's not. Let me see what the challenge card is for this weekend and this new moon in general. Okay, the Hangman. I've been pulling this a lot from all different decks for people for the challenge card. I think people are very impatient. They're very impatient for ascension. They're very impatient for answers right now. But, you know, God's worst creators, like, stick around for a little bit longer and see what happens and learn the lesson that you need to. And I think this is also telling us that a lot of people are going to have a challenge being in observer mode and wanting to just like get in the thick of it and change things as quickly as possible. But what this is saying like be in observer mode and wait and see. Don't jump in. And that was the message I got from my guides when I was in meditation today, is to not jump in right away, to just wait and see, observe and see what happens next before we make any big time decisions. And what is the overall advice? And of course, I'll pull a Moonology card for all of us. What's the overall advice? The overall advice is 8 of Pentacles, which means focus on your goals, focus on what you have achieved, focus on your own path. Do not get caught up in what everybody else is doing, but focus on what you are doing, okay? You know, it's like what your parents tell you when you're a kid, like focus on yourself, don't focus on your friends as much and your peers. All right, let's get a Moonology card just to top it all off. Okay. Ooh, I like this. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Because we're going through such a trying time right now, I feel like, you know, we're going through this next huge portal where, yes, a lot of divine counterparts are finding each other. So stick with the program, but don't be programmed. Stick with it. Don't give up. Don't give in. And you will ascend to the next level into 5D so you can have that divine alignment. All right. You know where to find me, and I will be back after the new moon in Scorpio with your next daily dose. Have a wonderful weekend.